Welcome back to That College Football Show. I am JJ. He is former Auburn national champion linebacker Eltoro Freeman, and we are talking a little ball here on this first episode. And this segment, I really wanted to have this discussion. Before we do, we're coming to you from the Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC studios. We appreciate their support. And if you don't mind, we'd appreciate your support too. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the content that we're going to be pushing out all season long. It's going to be a great football season. All right, that being said, Phil Steele's preseason magazine, Eltoro. It's been one of my favorite ones, maybe my favorite preseason magazine. I like all of them. But Phil's very thorough, and he's very good at what he does. And he studies these things, and he studies these rosters. Well, he had a list, his top 5 surprise teams for 2026. Now, before somebody mentions in the comments, yes, I know what his criteria is for a surprise team. For it to be a surprise team, they only have to be a team that he ranks outside of the preseason top 10. But his 5 were Alabama, BYU, Oklahoma, USC, and Utah. Now, while I understand the criteria of being ranked preseason outside the top 10 in his magazine, Eltoro, would you be at all surprised if Bama, BYU, Oklahoma, USC, or Utah went on a run, jumped into the playoffs, and started winning a game or two?
No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Not what what Alabama brings to the table. No, absolutely not. They have the capability to do that.
I'm looking at Oklahoma. They may have the best defense in the country.
Correct.
I mean, we know what
BYU,
USC.
Yeah.
There's another guy. That's just on that reputation on the line. But anyway, I thought it would be fun. Let's pick some real, like, if they made it to the playoffs and went on a little bit of a run like Miami last year, that you would go, wow, I didn't see that coming, right? And so we're going to go one from each Power 4 conference. I'll take 2 and you take 2. I'm going to let you start us with the Big 12, my friend.
Big 12, Jay. I would have to say BYU.
Okay.
I would have to say BYU. Reason being, Jay, their style of play, their offense, they have a very strong, aggressive defense. Their offense is high tempo. I would have to say BYU.
I like Kalani Sitake, the head coach. I like him a lot. I think he's fantastic. I was actually surprised that Michigan wasn't able to lure him away from BYU last year, but he's still there. So yeah, BYU would surprise me because you have Texas Tech in that conference, right?
Correct.
And Texas Tech spends ungodly amounts of money on their roster and their program. So and BYU played them twice last year, got whipped both times. So, all right, I'm going to give you one from the ACC. Are you ready for this?
Let me hear it, Jay.
The North Carolina State Wolfpack.
Oh, wow.
And that would be one. I think it would be a surprise. But here's my reasoning. I like Dave Doran, the head coach. This will be his, I think, 14th year. In 4 of the last 9 years, he's won 9 games. So he's really kind of 1 win away from breaking through that thing. I also absolutely love the quarterback at NC State, CJ Bailey. He didn't leave. Raleek Brown left and went to Texas, right? Noah Rogers, the wide receiver, left, went to Alabama. But CJ Bailey stayed, and he's 6'6". He's about 215. He's a dual threat guy. He can get it done. And I think Doran's going to have a good defense. He usually has pretty reliable defense. I think NC State for me, and I think that would surprise people, but NC State for me could get to 10 wins and be a surprise.
I like that, Jay. I like that. All
right, well, who you got for I guess who you got for the SEC, man? SEC surprise team.
Hey, Jay, I got to go to the swamp, man. The Florida Gators, man. And reason being, Jay, they have the talent. They're going to get the talent. You know what I mean? But when you got a guy that coming in to be that leading the Gators,
with Coach Summerall, oh my goodness, man.
I just think his whole energy, his presence would just ignite that team, man. And what they already have on the roster, Jay, man, they can be extremely scary and dangerous.
I think the first thing that Summerall did that impressed me was the coordinator hires. You bring in Buster Faulkner from Georgia Tech, one of the best play callers in college football. And then you bring in Brad White from Kentucky. Interesting stat on Brad White. 3 of the last 6 years, Kentucky has had no offensive help at all, and he's put together top 25 defenses. So he's had top 25 defenses without top 25 players. Now he's going to have top 25 players. What's he going to do with that? So yeah, I like that. I like that pick. I think the Gators, they're kind of one of mine. I'm keeping an eye on too. All right, I'm gonna finish this up with the Big Ten. So we know about Ohio State. Indiana's the defending national champion. I don't know if anybody'd be surprised if Kyle Whittingham turned Michigan around this fast. We know that a lot of people are expecting big things from USC this year. Some people are even demanding big things. We know Oregon may have the second best roster in the sport behind Texas. But here's one that I don't think people are talking enough about, and that's the Washington Huskies. Because the Washington Huskies, Jed Fish, now in his 3rd year as the head coach there. Fish started his career under Spurrier. He's an offensive guy, knows what he's doing there. And when Lane Kiffin got the LSU job, Sam Leavitt was not the first quarterback he went after. Damon Williams at Washington was the first quarterback he went after. And he's going to remind you a lot of Trinidad Chambliss. I think Damon Williams, now they've got a pretty tough schedule, but they returned 4 offensive line starters. They returned Damon Williams. They had a top 5 defense in the league last year. I think Washington could be that Big Ten sort of, oh my gosh, didn't see that one coming sort of team.
I like it, Jay. I like that one, bro. I like it.
Hey, surprise teams, man. It's only a surprise if it surprises you, right?
Right.